Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing just a big update and feeding video. And I'm starting it off in front of the 5.5 gallon, which no longer houses the mosquito fish. I released them back out into the pond because they were growing on me pretty fast. So now in this tank we just have Herb, who's swimming right in front of the camera here. Herb is actually a baby bluegill that I plan to, when it gets a bit bigger, to release back to the creek where I originally caught him. But yeah, let's feed this tank. Currently in this tank is just Herb, one full-grown golden mystery snail, and a few other smaller golden mystery snails. I do have a few plans that could possibly happen in the near future for this tank. One is that it could house balloon molly fry, which if you saw in my last video, I got a balloon molly, and I am still hoping to get more balloon mollies for it soon. I just saw it at the pet store and really wanted it, so that's what happened. I've also seen these things called Thai micro spider crabs, which are super small, and they live in groups and thrive in small aquariums such as this one. This is a 5.5 gallon rimless, and the only fish it houses again is Herb here, who's eating. These crabs like to be held in groups, and they do hide a lot, which makes them, not as fun. But I still think that they would be a really solid cleanup crew for this tank, since it only has a few mystery snails in here, and those just obviously aren't gonna cut it. As you can see, there's a lot of just standing gunk at the bottom of the tank, over here too. I do think that it would be a really cool addition to the tank, add some character and stuff to it. It wouldn't be like a centerpiece fish in here, but obviously in the near future, like I said, I plan to have balloon molly fry. So those will be housed in here, and then Herb should be able to stay in here just fine. And if he doesn't, or I think the tank might be getting too small for him, or it may be too overcrowded, then I will move him to the 10 gallon. But yeah, Thai micro spider crabs, I think that they would be such a nice addition to this tank. Let me know what you think. But seriously though, another thing about them is that they are omnivores, which means that they will eat the bloodworms, brine shrimp, but also decaying plant matter. And in this tank, they would have several spaces to hide, around this wood and in all the abundance of roots in here and the live plants in the bottom. But now let's move on to the 10 gallon. So this is Bubbles, my female golden balloon molly that I was talking about earlier. It is for sure female. I've looked at it long enough that I'm definitely sure it's female because it has that triangular fin near the tail. But yes, like I said, I am expecting to get some more tank mates and more balloon mollies for this fish in the near future. I also expect to get them in the male, which will be a learning experience for me for sure, because I've never actually got fish or any live animal in the male. But yes, Bubbles does have a full video out now of her and just more information, so go check that out. That was last full video. But yeah, like I said, go check that out, and we're gonna start feeding. But yes, this is Bubbles, and she is still eating, and you may be wondering why I put so much food in this tank. Well, Bubbles does have a few tank mates. Here is one of the 3 golden mystery snails she shares the tank with. Here's the second, and the third is right there. This one's shell is looking a little bit weak and diminished kinda. So I'm going to put some eggshells in there later today because that will help strengthen up the shell. Also, there is one cory cat that is hiding right now. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's hiding under that piece of driftwood. But that is the 10 gallon tank. Like I said, more balloon mollies coming soon. And now we're going to move on to the 15 gallon. Here is our 15 gallon tank. As you can see, it is a little bit dirty at the moment. But this tank does house, I believe, 5 or 6 glowfish, including the glow beta, and it also has a glow cory cat, as well as 2 ember tetras and a few mystery snails. There's also some baby mystery snails, but there's some adults, like the one in the top right of your screen right now. It is pushing over stock, this tank is, but it's doing honestly great for the most part, so let's feed it. But yes, that is our 15-gallon. Now you can see our Glow Cory cat at the bottom of the screen. He's going nuts right now. He has a slight back deformity. I'm not quite sure what it's from. We got him when he was super small, so I don't even know if he got it then or if it was just too hard to tell. But without further ado, we are going to move onto one of our last environments, the 38-gallon. This is the 38-gallon tank. I still have some plans in the works for this tank. There's a bunch of string algae right now. It's just hard to remove in this tank, especially since it is on some of the plants, and it will damage them if I try to really get it off. So I'm currently about to do a blackout for the tank. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave the light off and encase the tank in like a black tarp and for a few days, maybe even a week, in hopes that it will kill off all these string algae. But the stocking list for this tank currently includes of 1 large, like 5-inch Pro Gourami, 5 cardinal tetras, and 5 rummy nose tetras. Cardinal tetras do tend to hide a lot, and the rummy nose tetras are one of my favorite fish that I currently have because they're super, like, they're a really tight school, and I just really like them. They're a great addition to any community tank, so I would definitely recommend them. And we also have 1 Julie Corydoras, which you can actually see in the front, and 1 gigantic albino Cory catfish as well. And yes, Corydoras and Cory catfish are the same thing. It's just 2 different names. But let's feed. So one stocking idea I've had for this tank is to grow out another Pro Gourami, because Pro Gouramis typically aren't sold healthily at 5 inches. Typically they are smaller, and there used to be 2 in this tank. 1, I still don't exactly know how it passed away, but now this Pro Gourami has been shyer and it doesn't eat as much. It still eats enough, just not as much, and it's pretty shy and hides most of the day. And I think that getting another one roughly his size will be the thing that changes it for him. Or another idea I had was to get Boesemani rainbow fish. I could get 2 of those. Those are typically seen in community fish tanks, like bigger ones. But even, I think I actually have enough stocking space to where I could do both ideas, to get a large Pro Gourami, like the one that's already in here, and some Boesemani rainbows or other kinds of rainbow fish. But if you guys have any other ideas for realistically any tank stocking that I have right now, the 5.5-gallon, 10-gallon, and 38-gallon, I do kind of have my mind set for the 10-gallon. But seriously though, I will openly take suggestions. And that is all for the 38-gallon tank. And now we're going to move on to Mango, because I'm frequently asked questions about him, including his size. So I will make a video where I'm just measuring him soon, because you guys are right, he is getting a lot bigger. So this is Mango, our juvenile crested gecko. He was just sitting on his log a second ago, so I'm going to put him back soon. He's probably really confused right now. These guys are nocturnal, so I'm not gonna lie, as they are pretty little maintenance, they're not the best beginner reptile due to the fact that they're not that active, so I wouldn't recommend them to beginners. However, if you're looking something with minimal care and you don't need it to be super duper active, these guys are perfect for you, because you only have to miss their enclosure 1 or 2 times a day. All you have to do is just clean the poop out of the tank, refresh the moss every week or 2, provide good climbing spaces and hiding spaces, as well as giving it its powdered food diet every day, and bugs such as like mealworms and crickets and stuff every few days, which is what I've been doing. I'm actually going to give him some crickets tonight, and I gave him mealworms 2 days ago. Typically what I'll like to do with mealworms is I'll put like 4 in the dish, and then I'll put the powdered food on top of them, so because the powdered food has a bunch of proteins and stuff that he needs for his diet in order for him to stay nice and healthy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. There's going to be some more full video content out soon. I'm trying my best to do that, and also some short form content. So if you liked the video, make sure to give it a like down below and subscribe, because that helps a lot. And I'll see you in the next video.